All right, so we're going to get into the pros, okay? So starting out with all of the pros of buying a franchise, okay?
Yep.
So there's 18 of them that we have listed here, and so I'm going to walk through them, and then maybe you can dive into each one of them and kind of talk about what we really mean by each of these 18 different pros here.
I'll let you lead the way, Kimosabi.
All right, here we go. So the very first pro of owning a franchise, okay, so we're talking here, is standardized financial and accounting systems. Clay, when it comes to finances and the numbers, why is this so important?
Right now I'm paying $20,000 to do a deep financial dive into one of the business ventures I have, and that's $20,000. That's a real $20,000. Now, if I had bought a franchise where these certain systems existed, I would not do that. That would just be part of my franchise fee. So I pay, let's say, 6% of all my gross revenue, and that covers my business systems, my computers, my marketing systems, my franchise systems, my accounting systems, all that's done for you. I mean, it's like you're getting all of those services as part of that fee. So the accounting fee, they'll save you tons of time.
Okay, so the accounting part of it, I feel like in my experience in working with you and all of the thrivers around the world, accounting and the numbers, that's one of the scariest parts of the business. And so how does that play into this specific, pro for owning a business?
I'm just telling you, you can spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars and months of time to build accounting systems that will accurately account for the specific needs of your business. On Thrive, we teach some very specific ways to do it. But as your business grows and the complexity grows, my brother-in-law, just this past weekend, I went up to the office yesterday. Yesterday was Friday, New Year's Day, and he's up there just grinding, and he's building a new inventory system from scratch for Elephant in the Room, his business that he's growing. And so if you buy a franchise, that's already included, so he wouldn't have had to do that on New Year's Day.
Okay, so, he's building that from scratch, and so you're actually leaning on people that have gone before you for that specific system.
Yeah, you're saving time and money. And
Okay.
franchises are federally regulated now, okay? There's this thing called the FDD. It's a franchise disclosure document. And before you're allowed to sell a franchise, you have to give people an FDD, a franchise disclosure document. And the government really puts a lot of stress on making sure that the franchise owner is not selling snake oil. They're not ripping people off. They're not tricking people. And so, there's a lot of accounting specific systems that are very regulated that people have to do. But I would say, Marshall, you're going to save a ton of time and a ton of money when you buy a franchise because they already have those systems set up.
They already have those accounting systems, and I think you've alerted me now that I need to stop using that snake oil every day in the morning.
It makes your skin look beautiful.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you.
A lot of the Thrive ladies are loving it.
So let's get to the second major pro of owning a franchise here, okay?
Sure.
So the second major pro is you get to learn from the mentors instead of mistakes. What do you really mean by that? What is that all about?
Well, I'm gonna just give you an example of a franchise that's just rocking. But if you look at the OxyFresh franchise, that's one of our Thrive mentors and partners, Jonathan Barnett. He owns a company called OxyFresh.
What do they do?
It's the world's greenest carpet cleaner. It's
okay.
oxyfresh.com, oxifresh.com. And John's done great. Well, he has a system. They've worked with chemists to develop this cleaning system that allows you to clean your carpet with, I don't want to get it incorrect, but it's just a small fraction of the water needed from a typical carpet cleaner. So if you have your carpets deep cleaned, typically you're going to have just an insane amount of water that you use to clean your carpets, and you can't walk on the carpets for a few hours because they're still wet, they're still damp. Where it was with his system, it's almost dry. And he's hired a chemist to develop this stuff. This isn't like a bunch of guys going, well, what you want to do is you just want to just try to boom, and then boom, and you just try to mix this up, you stir it up, you shake it up, boom. No, these are like chemists who are spending years of time designing a system. These aren't people who are just hacking away at their carpet cleaning system. And you're getting that. Now, John didn't develop that overnight. I mean, John has paid people for years and years and years to perfect and improve this system. And now he is the world's greenest carpet cleaner. It's awesome. He's EPA certified, baby. Boom.
And so what do most entrepreneurs that don't have a mentor, we talk about these mistakes, learning from mistakes. So how does that factor into whether or not to buy a franchise?
Typically in the world of entrepreneurship, what happens is we all know a guy. It's like, I know a guy. So you're going, hey, Clay, we should make our carpet more environmentally friendly. And I'm like, I know a guy. Boom, I'm going to get the guy. He's going to come in, and then it's like, boom, he knocks, and you're going, but outside of saying boom, What does he actually know about carpet cleaning? And you're going, well, it's like he used to work with a chemist, and you go, so he actually works with a chemist. Well, he knew a guy who works with a chemist. So you're saying that he basically has just bought some stuff from Johnson & Johnson. Well, basically, if that's what you want to say, but yeah, he knows a lot about the carpet cleaning, and he's a chemist. He's a virtual chemist. And then what happens is you hire these people and they screw up, and you just pay thousands of dollars to the Noah guy, and you end up just hacking your way. But when you buy a franchise, as an example, we were installing the security system in our building right now. And so somebody says, I know a guy, and you say, okay, so, should we pay the guy? Yeah, I'll pay the guy. I know the guy. He's solid. Boom. So we pay the guy, and the guy takes the money and he just disappears. So you have a contractor working on our security system, it just disappears. So in the world of franchising, that wouldn't happen because they would already have a vetted resource for that specific niche, and you have to use them. So when you buy business cards as a franchise owner, you have to buy them from the approved vendor. When you buy internet marketing, you have to buy from the approved vendor. Everything is like an approved, systemized, best practice system. So you can learn from the mentors who've already done it in these standardized systems, or if you're starting a business, just get ready for some punches in the face and some mistakes along the way. And if you tune into enough Thrive15.com trainings, hopefully you can avoid a lot of those mistakes. But the reality is you're going to run into a few mistakes.
Okay, so that is one of the biggest things is you avoid the costly time, the costly money, of those mistakes.
I feel like that time and money should be revered with the same intensity, if not more on time than money, because we're only going to live one time. I'm 35. I'm halfway there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, if you take 5 years to develop your system, you'd better be excited about that system.
Sure.
So for Thrive, when we started, I remember talking to some guys, and they're like, well, how long do you think it'll take it before you kind of are happy with it? I said, well, every time I start a business, it's a 5-year commitment to build something before you see any fruit from it. That's just how it is, Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people want to start a business. Maybe you just got laid off and you need income now. Maybe you decide you want to retire, but you want income coming in. Franchise is like a turnkey, boom, boom. You're off to the races. You just put gas in that car and go, boom.